Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Insane Worlds. 6. Wallace's Giant Bee. In 1859, British naturalist Alfred Russel Wallace discovered the largest bee in the world, a massive, black wasp-like insect that is the length of an adult thumb. It was considered to be extinct until in 1981, Adam Musser, an entomologist, found specimens of Megachila pluto that are now held in museums. Years after last sighting, an international group of conservationists traveled to Indonesia in January 2019 and followed Wallace's route in an effort to locate the bee again. After the difficult journey, the group was able to document the live specimen, reviving hope for the survival of the species. 5. Fernandina's giant tortoise. The Fernandina giant tortoise, or Calonodis plantacitus, was last seen 112 years ago and was long believed to be extinct. The female giant tortoise was discovered in 2019 during an exploration led by Animal Planet host Forrest Galante, the Galapagos Conservancy, and the Galapagos National Park Directorate, GNPD. A blood sample was sent to geneticists at Yale University. A team led by Dr. Gisela Cacone sought to understand the genetic origin of the female tortoise and determine how closely it matched the only other tortoise ever discovered on Fernandina Island. Her discoverers gave her the nickname Fernanda. DNA testing has since established that she is connected to the island native Calonodis plantacitus tortoise species. These results confirmed the long-held hopes of scientists at the Galapagos Conservancy and GNPD. Number 4. Aldabra rail. The Aldabra rail, or Dryolimnus cuvieri aldabranus, is indigenous to the Aldabra Islands atoll, which is part of the Seychelles Island in the southwestern Indian Ocean. Known as a flightless bird, the Aldabra rail was completely wiped out when their island habitat was submerged in water. The rail was able to re-evolve when the sea level dropped. Fossils of the Aldabra rail have been found dating back to 136,000 years ago and compared to a specimen that is around 100,000 years old. The study showed that the fossils are similar to the bones of the rails existing today. The re-emergence of the Aldabra rail is an example of a rare phenomenon of evolution iteration. Studies conducted by Dr. Julian Hume, an avian paleontologist from the Natural History Museum, and Professor David Martill, a paleobiologist at the University of Portsmouth, concluded that the phenomenon was unique to the Aldabra rail and was not scientifically observed in other species of birds. With this evidence, the possibility of a future iteration might be possible. Number 3. Somali elephant shrew. Also called Sengis, the Somali elephant shrew, or Elephantulus revwali, was last scientifically recorded in the 1970s. The Somali Sengi is an odd mashup of creatures. While its body is the size and shape similar to a mouse, its legs are slender and gazelle-like, allowing it to sprint across rocks at rapid speed. It also has a trunk-like nose similar to that of the elephant, which they use to suck up ants. The aardvarks, elephants, and manatees are some of the Somali Sengi's closest living relatives. While the locals never considered it to be extinct, the last known scientific record dates back to the 1970s. In 2019, an expedition to the Horn of Africa was attended by Stephen Heritage, a research scientist at the Duke University Lemmer Center, and his colleague Galen Rathbun, a vertebrate behavioral ecologist from the California Academy of Sciences, together with Djibouti ecologist Houston Riali and local scientist Jama Awali, led to the rediscovery of the once lost species. The researchers set more than 1,000 traps consisting of a mixture of peanut butter, oatmeal, and yeast as bait in 12 locations. They were able to spot 12 Senjis on their 2-week expedition and obtain live scientific documentation. Number 2. Jackson's climbing salamander. First discovered in 1975 by Jeremy Jackson, Jackson's climbing salamander, or Bolitoglossa jacksoni, also known as the Golden Wonder, due to its bright yellow color, was thought to be extinct until Thomas Ramos Leon, a park guard at a newly created amphibian reserve in the Chuchimatas mountain range, spotted the salamander. It was then confirmed by Carlos Vasquez, the curator of herpetology at the University of San Carlos in Guatemala, that the sighting was the Jackson's climbing salamander based on the pictures. This came after a Fondo Eco, or Foundation of Eco Development and Conservation Education drive, was conducted to help park rangers identify these elusive animals. The discovery of Jackson's climbing salamander on the reserve's outskirts prompted an expansion. The park also contains the Finca Chiblax salamander and the long-limbed salamander, both of which were rediscovered in 2014. The Jackson's climbing salamander is still critically endangered, despite being detected for the first time in 42 years. Number 1. Santa Marta Ceburuing. Santa Marta Ceburuing is an emerald green hummingbird that is endemic to the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta of northeastern Colombia. Jurgen Vega, an experienced bird watcher, unexpectedly spotted a male Santa Marta Ceburuing hummingbird in the mountains in 2010. This was only the second documented sighting of the critically endangered hummingbird since 1946, and the species was long thought to be lost to science. Very little is known about the Santa Marta Ceburuing. It lives in humid tropical forests and is thought to be migratory. They feed on flowering plants during the rainy season. Only about 15% of the forests in the Santa Marta Mountains remain, and the Santa Marta Ceburuing was discovered in a forest with no protection. Experts are urging more research and protection for this endangered bird. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.